Hi everybody, and welcome to my second match of the Menagerie mix group stage, in which we are playing with Markus. And let's see what kind of board we got here. This looks pretty nice. Like there's all you need. There's draw, trashing or pseudo trashing in like Sanctuary. I guess we're gonna open double gear. There's also Way of the Mule, so if they collide, you got options, and we wanna hit 5 for a Sanctuary. Village is either native village or Herald. So see, he seems to be having the 2/5 opening with a native village. Here, well, I guess we're gonna pursue here and name gear and put a native village in, which means, well, for one, I mean, we're not gonna hit 5 anyway, right, with this hand, so we might as well trigger this thing. So we're gonna name gear here. Top deck a gear. All right. Do we pursue again? We did discard 2 estates, which is kind of nice to have these coppers in there. Makes it pretty likely to hit 5 here. We could Mule one of these gears. He hit 5 again, which is great. Yeah, I guess we could also set one of them aside, but let's Mule it, and then we're gonna pursue next turn, I guess. Unsure. All right. Can set one of these aside. And here we set aside with native village and pursue for Sanctuary, I think. Later we definitely wanna play with kilns, I guess, for extra gains. Yeah, so here let's set aside, that will be a copper, and pursue for Sanctuary. Did discard the gear, which is a bit sad, but we had to choose one or the other. He does have 2 estates in exile already, which is pretty great. But of course he also got to open with it, with the Sanctuary. So it feels a bit laggy. Not sure if that's on my end or if it's the client. But no, it's not unmanageable. Does seem to be on my end a bit, I think. Oh nice, we draw the gear. That's great. Set these aside. So what do we buy? For 3. Could be another gear. We've got quite some amount of terminals now, but we can mule them if we need to. We can add in some Herald soon, and I'd also like to have a Kiln for the extra gains. He gets his first gear here. Here we're gonna set aside again. Oh, the Sanctuary. Oh, that's a bit sad, but it's alright. So we set these 2 aside and play this gear. This could be set 2 coppers aside by a Herald. And then we want to add a Kiln. We're really thin now. So this Herald has a 50% chance of hitting our gear. Let's see if we can do that. Well, let's see, we're gonna pick up anyway with this native village, right? Because we want the sanctuary. And I'm trying to think about muling the Herald, because we don't need the actions here. He gets his Kiln, alright. Let's pick up. But, well, we wanna draw through, right? So let's play the Herald, and if we hit the gear, we don't. So you could just play it, set the estate aside, and buy like Kiln, native village. Let's do that. Gets to kill in the stables. It's nice for draw. I guess you wanna play with quite some amount of kilns here. Can afford to put quite a lot of them into your deck. Play some kind of Herald stack with, or maybe barges or hunting grounds for draw. He's got the stables for draw, which made sense in how he in his build up, but don't think we want stables at all. Because we've got all these gears. He does Mule, one of the stables. So he's been a bit faster with the exiling, but that's alright. Okay, we play this thing. Don't think we want to set aside here. I guess we're gonna gear this kiln, set it aside. With the native village. And could add a second kiln here. We could also add like Herald native village, but I feel like we want a second kiln now. Herald native village seems slow. Well, he did that here, which is really good for us. Alright, let's set aside first. Oh nice, let's pick, we're gonna pick that up and then kill the Herald. Do we want to kill the sanctuary or the gear rather? Don't really need a second sanctuary, do we? So let's kill the gear. Play this sanctuary first. Or we can mule one of these gears, but we could also just set it aside. I think that's better. And here we've got 7. I think this can be Herald native village now. Well, no, maybe pursue Herald, because this should be 3 coppers on top, right? We don't want these. And what do we pursue for? A Herald. So we buy this Herald first. Don't overpay, and we pursue for Herald. Yeah, nice. That was the desired result. Okay, so that he did it last turn, that was really good for us, because I did feel like we were a bit behind before, but now it should be more even again, and our deck should start to be working really nicely with all these heralds, and we can add more kilns. Maybe we can even like kiln this turn to add one mid-turn. And maybe we add like 2 barges as well for the start of turn, but maybe that's not necessary because we have all these gears. And we can also set stuff aside with them to set up the start of our turn. So he's thinking about maybe about what these 4 cards are, or maybe about whether to pick up with a native village. Oh, well, he just lost connection. That's another explanation. Kiln's another stables. He's got some nice draw now with all these stables. Herald hit on the Kiln, also nice, and more stables for him. So should be drawing no problem now. I guess maybe we so barges at some point are also nice because they give a buy and they can make the start of our turn better as well. He adds a barge and more stables, so he's really going for this draw. Of course, overdraw is always nice with gain and play, and you can do that with Kiln, I guess. So maybe that's what he's going for there. So here our Herald needs to hit or we are in trouble. Oh, nice. It did hit. Let's set aside here. Set aside the Kiln. I don't think we wanna Kiln this gear yet. Let's not set aside here. So what's down here? I think a Herald and Sanctuary, right? We would like to have 9. And this, we can't hit 9. Well, we can by muling some stuff. We can't, however, if we set these coppers aside. But we could also just buy like 2 Heralds. We want to play this gear, we want to play 1 Sanctuary and Exile. And then we've got 1 action left. Kiln plus 5 coppers, that's 7. And we could pick up with the native village and just mule the Kiln. Yeah, there's the Herald. We could also just set 2 coppers aside. Sanctuary, well, we can set Herald copper aside to make the start of our turn better. Sanctuary here. and we mule the kiln, play kiln, and now we don't want to kiln a copper. This could be barge, native village. That last turn wasn't the greatest, because we are a bit sensitive to when we draw the heralds. We've got 3 native villages now, so we should be better with in terms of actions. Of course, we need lots of actions or heralds hitting to make all this stuff work. Because our draw is terminal, the kilns are terminal. He's got a very nice turn here. Yeah, not getting to kiln last turn has thrown us a bit behind again. Like we would have liked to at least kiln like 1 herald. Let's see, maybe this turn works out better. We do have lots of targets in our deck for the heralds, so they should be able to find something. I mean, this is nice, right? You can so massing all these stables is pretty good because you can just mule them when you're done drawing. So he goes for a province. Seems maybe a bit early to me. I do like the fact that he bought a province there from our point of view. So here we're gonna kiln a kiln and kiln a herald. What did we set aside? A native village. That we're gonna pick that up. And here we're gonna set aside coppers. Play this. Okay, this turn is looking much better than the last one. Do we want to set aside here? I don't think so. Down there's Kiln and Herald, and we want to we wanna set them aside, right? We also want to play this barge for draw, I think. We could set aside with this native village. What do we want to hit here? Maybe just 5 is enough. Buy another barge. And then with the gear, we set aside Herald Kiln. Or like, we can even set aside Kiln Copper. Or well, whatever is left there. The thing is, now we don't have a lot of cards there for the heralds to hit, so we need more. We need more in our deck, or you know what I mean? For the start of turn, barge draw, it's gonna draw us 3 cards, and then there's only 5 left, and we want our heralds to hit. Piles are getting low, so maybe this province that he bought wasn't that early. Feels like he could have waited another turn though. Maybe bought it here. Of course, with Sanctuary, you can just exile it, and so maybe it's not that impactful to add it earlier. Also, he's getting to Kiln all these heralds now, which probably means there won't be any left for us to Kiln. And what do we Kiln then? Oh, we'll see. Let's see. Feel like he can produce more money than we can. Maybe you can double here. It's got like 2 silvers, 4 coppers left, right? Oh, almost. But we definitely need to green now. Well, if we manage, just need to play some kilns before our heralds, right? So all these piles are getting low now. Okay, we don't even want to set aside here, do we? So what do we want to kiln here? We could kiln lots of kilns, and then piles are really low. And he can probably finish. But I mean, what else are we gonna do? We want to play this for next turn. I'm gonna play this guy. There's another kiln down there. What did we hit? A Herald. We wanna mule that. Right. There's nothing left for it to do. So we kiln a gear, I guess. We can still reconsider how we play it. That's interesting. We wanna mule it. And here, guess we're just gonna set aside Sanctuary Gear and double. He should have a finish here, but maybe somehow he will not be able to. But highly unlikely, starting from a 10 card hand. But well, we didn't really have a choice, did we? That was like the way to increase our payload and then double by lowering all these piles. Now our deck is working nicely. We just took a bit too much time to get to that point. Otherwise, I feel like we would be in a nice spot with all these kilns. Got a nice pile thread. Kiln's a kiln. Another kiln. Yeah, this should be easy finish. He's got it here. 2 native villages and an estate. Alright. Well played. This was certainly an interesting board. I like the way he played it. I also like the way we played it, but we were a bit too slow, I guess. He won on our start, so we'll have to see if we can turn it around on his start. so this has got seize the day, which you've got to be really careful with the timing, I guess. You can just pile out of nowhere, and I'm unsure if that favors being first or second player. Just gotta be really careful when to use it. And here there's villa and all that nice stuff as well. So how do you want to play this one? Could open like sacrifice, stockpile, but maybe we would rather have a displace. Well, still the sacrifice is nice, I guess. You don't really want to be... He goes for the Diplo. Alright, so he's probably looking for the displace stuff. I think here we are gonna buy a stockpile. Yeah, Diplos are also nice here, right? Because of Villa and also Way of the Ox. He goes crazy on the diplomats. Okay. Do we want another displace? Let's get another. One displace is down there within a state as well. So that's good to pair these up. And here I think Diplo stockpile. Here we can displace into a Diplo, buy a Diplo, and a stockpile maybe. He goes Diplo for Destria, alright. Would be nice to... Well, we can also displace into Villa. Well, because then we'll be able to buy a Destria as well. And I think I like that more than another stockpile. Okay, this is This is nice. We can displace into villa and play the Diplo, play the sacrifice. Do we want a Destrier here? Or a Diplo or another Displace? Let's get a Destrier. And we also have to keep in mind that there's Seize the Day, right? So here we are probably gonna start by buying a villa. Question is, how many treasures do we want to put into play? Because we might want to keep like 1 or 2 coppers for Displace or sacrifice in case we draw them. So maybe we just play Stockpile copper for now. Don't think we should run into action problems. So he's almost drawing deck here. Shouldn't be too far off from drawing as well, I think. Okay, nice. Well, we're not gonna activate the Diplo anyway, so let's just play it like this. Okay, here we're gonna sack a villa to get to the Displaces. Displace these. We could, if we buy a copper, we can buy 2 Destriers. Is that worth it? Well, what's the alternative? Just 1 Destrier? Or like native village Destrier? But well, we don't really need all these native villages, do we? So let's do it like this. I feel like we're getting close to the point where seizing could be the thing to do. Destriers pile really easily if you've got enough gains, and these stockpiles and diplos don't look too far off. He had a bit of a sad turn here. Of course, he hasn't gotten rid of any coppers so far, so not that easy to draw. We have trashed 2 and exiled 2, so we are a lot cleaner in that respect. Oh, he's seizing now. He's going for it. Let's see if he can do it. Diplos, stockpiles, destroyers. I don't know. He only has 1 displace, right? So seems tough for him. But maybe he felt he needed to do it here. Could also be stockpiles, villas, destroyers. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see him. Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out. I hope he can't do it, but maybe he can. But drawing seems tough. After what we saw on his turn before seizing. Well, this is looking a lot better. Should have 1 diplo left. I don't know if he has another destroyer. Or maybe he has 2 diplos left. Does he have 5 now? At one point he had 4, but last turn 10 he bought a diplo, so maybe that's 5 now. Still, I mean, need to pile all these things. Goes for another destroyer. Alright. Buy villa, play diplo, I guess, or stockpile. Starting to look scary. Because he can play these stockpile and use them again, right? If he just buys stockpile now, so yeah, maybe he can do it. We'll have to hope that he chokes on draw or something, because he's now got all these stockpiles in his discard. Yeah, this is scary now. But maybe he's got 2 stockpiles in hand, and yeah, well, luckily he couldn't make it. He's playing for the dot now. Okay, let's see what we can do. I guess we keep this native village for now. We could sack it. And we also want to keep a villa. in case we want to displace it. Well, let's sack this native village. Alright. I don't think we want to set aside, because that might be something we want. We can just ox it. This doesn't make a difference. Okay, this should be doable, right? So how do we do it? We just displace. So if we displace villa into stockpile, we can discard them all, then draw with a diplomat. We're gonna draw 2 stockpiles, have 2 on top. We play. Oh, well, he's resigning. Oh, there surely was a way for us there. We just had to figure it out, which we were trying to do, and he trusted that we could do it. Alright, so 1-1. We are gonna be starting again. New kingdom. What is this got? At first glance, this looks interesting. It's got Populate. Way of the Frog. Not the greatest way for rats. We don't want to play with rats, do we? So, Hunting Lodge, Faithful Hound is a bit kind of funny interaction. Yeah, like the payload isn't the greatest here, is it? Populate also doesn't seem like amazing here. Maybe we're just gonna open Fisherman, Shepherd, then add like a camel train, Sanctuary, the coppers, add like camel train later, and play something like that. We don't want to open with a camel train, do we? We want to hit 5 for Sanctuary. Yeah, so not the greatest Populate board. I guess you're still gonna buy it. This could be camel train. Here we can. Let's hope we draw the copper with our Fisherman, and then we can frog the Shepherd. Oh, we don't. So I don't know if we wanna trigger this. It's not gonna be a great shuffle, is it? What's in there? 3 coppers, 2 estates, and there's a copper on top. And then we toss in estate pasture. Well, and there's also camel train, so 9 cards, and we're gonna draw 4, which leaves 5 probably bad cards for the next. Well, maybe that's alright. Buying Shepherd here is not amazing as well. Oh, that's great. That was really good. We want a faithful hound. Nah. What's it gonna do for us? Nothing at this point, so no. Yeah, that was really lucky draw after triggering that shuffle, getting up to 5 and also drawing the camel train. Frog is nice with Shepherd if you know you've got green on top. Exile this and buy a fisherman, I guess. Yeah, like here. We're gonna frog the Shepherd. There's 2 green cards on top. And what are we gonna camel train? Could be Shepherd. Could also be like a fisherman. We're probably gonna buy another one of these. Not next turn though. Let's frog this guy, and because the fisherman next turn it's gonna be expensive, right? We're gonna have stuff in our discard. Well, I mean, but what else are we gonna buy? And what are we even gonna buy here for 3? We could buy another camel train. it's not. It's also not doing a lot, is it? Yeah, let's just exile this fisherman. Guess we could buy just another estate. And we want to add extra shepherds. Unsure. Fishermen aren't gonna be cheap anymore for us. Easily anyway, because we're discarding with the shepherds. Unless we draw everything. Exile this thing. Guess we shep first, so we can hit something to exile. Yeah, I mean, probably this. I don't know. This estate, the one we bought probably wasn't the greatest buy. Well, here we might be able to buy a cheap fisherman. Oh, we're gonna shepherd, right? Well, maybe we don't exile here and buy the fisherman. We don't wanna have them stuck in exile. Oh, this is great that we find the shepherd again. And now we wanna add extra shepherds. How many fishermen do we have? Like 5. At some point we can get the gold from our exile mat that the camel train put there. This extra estate definitely wasn't a great buy, because it's not doing anything for us, is it? With one shepherd in the deck. The thing is, the alternatives weren't exciting as well, like silver or coin or another camel train. Faithful Hound. I don't know. He goes for more estates, okay. This is nice. There's 3 estates in our discard. I think there's a copper on top. So we want to get a shepherd now, right? So let's exile here. Oh, there's fisherman on top. Well, we could get up to 8. We can buy a cheap fisherman if we draw through, right? So we can exile here and buy fisherman shepherd. And have 1 estate on top. That's fine. We could also exile a gold. Because we don't really need 3 shepherds right now of our slim deck. And then we get more golds next turn. So soon we can hit Populate, but, well, we're not gonna buy it, are we? It doesn't do anything for us, really. I mean, carriages are nice, and Hunting Lodge Faithful Hound is nice, but we also get a rats. Guess we can Sanctuary it. Yeah, maybe it's still worth it, even if the benefit is marginal. Still, you get like Shepherd, Carriage, Hunting Lodge, Hound. It's all nice cards, and for $10, that's not much. Here we wanna buy a gold. He goes for Fool's Gold payload. This is sad. This is the extra estate we bought, right? Useless buy. No. I guess we're just gonna camel train a gold by a shepherd. Huh. Man, this really sucks. Not hitting 6 here to get these golds into our deck. Is it like... I don't know. Like, he could buy 3 estates this turn, and then there's an estate and 4 shepherds left, but then he can't pile next turn, can he? Man, this is just sad, this draw. Because we still need next turn to get these golds into our deck, and we can't score. We need another shepherd, right? Yeah, maybe he'll put us in a position where we won't have time to get these golds, because he can set himself up for the payload. I don't know. It's just real bad. Frogs, a shepherd. Well, this is all right. He's gonna buy province shepherd, I guess. Oh, populate. Okay. Yeah, I mean, still good value, right? Okay, here we can set up our next turn. Frog this guy. And we could even frog two. Well, we can frog all this stuff that we don't need, can't we? Oh no. We shouldn't frog the second shepherd, I don't think, because it's gonna block potential green cards that we could draw. Okay, so now we got all these golds, and maybe we're just gonna choke on them now. Put the reds into exile. I don't think we're gonna get to populate now, because we need to green now. So he's exiled all his coppers as well now. So let's see what he does here. I guess some combination of provinces and estates. Don't know how much money he can make. Not that much, I think, because the populate didn't increase his payload. None of these cards that he got make money. And last turn he had 12. So maybe that's 11 now that he exiled another copper. So we can make more money, but we need to draw it all. That one turn really set us back, I think. Where we had to wait another turn to get these golds into our deck. But we're gonna see what we can do now. So he's frogging a shepherd here, but he didn't manage to set up the green, so we might be lucky that he can't draw there. Oh, he's still got quite a lot of money here, and he's setting it up so that he can probably pile on this turn. There is an estate on top and some amount of fishermen, so we're gonna frog this guy. Yeah, we need to hope for the dot now. How much is this even? 19. What do we want to camel train here? It's interesting that he cameled a hunting lodge. Well, we might have had a win if he cameled a shepherd, right? If he can hit province, duchy. So what do we want to camel train? Guess we're not gonna buy any of these, are we? So it doesn't really matter. What would be, well, hunting lodge might be useful at some point. And here for 3, probably nothing. Yeah. So we have to hope that he can't draw here, otherwise he should have an easy finish. This is not looking great for us. He just needs to find like camel train and $9. Hunting lodge also helpful in that respect, so he should have it here. Could even carriage the camel train. Yep. GG. So we can roll the next board already. So this was second player match so far. Let's hope we can keep it that way and tie it up in this last one. There's the cat, way of the squirrel. Alright, so what do we do here? Can display stuff into other stuff. Mint is nice with platinum. There's no buy, right? So that's a bit of an issue. Of course, we've got Displace, so we can work with that. How are we gonna open here? Experiments here, and then on our next turn we could think about, for example, marching one of these experiments as Squirrel. That doesn't sound too bad, does it? Could also buy a duplicate and try to duplicate for displaces. We want to at some point mint as well to get rid of the coppers. He goes for a double experiment. Do we want to try this thing, margin experiment for Squirrel? Start with a 7-card hand. Let's try it. Sounds cute. Oh. Does that even work? I can click Squirrel, but I can't click anything else then. I think I've got to undo further. So March, Squirrel, experiment. Alright, now we've got it. Now we still have this experiment in our deck, and we kind of used it, so I think I like that. And here we can play an experiment, and we're gonna hit 5 to gain a displace, and then we can start displacing estates into experiments or duplicates or stuff. We can buy a mint, we can buy cursed villages. Buys a silver, alright. Okay, nice, we can squirrel this guy. Buy a displace. We draw it right away, which is great. He mints here, okay. We could mint as well. We want to like we could displace into a silver and then mint. Could also displace into experiments, buy a wayfarer and try to mint all coppers at once, and the wayfarer then also gives us a way to regain payload. There's 2 estates and a copper on top. If we like gain a silver here and buy mint, what are we gonna do next turn? I mean, we can still then displace this silver thing. We don't even need a silver, do we? We can displace experiment into stuff. So let's mint here. Well, I guess we wanna draw the displace, do we? Don't we? We could mint a copper and buy a wayfarer for 0. Guess that's alright. And we need a village as well. Could buy a city quarter, which leaves us in debt for a bit, but it's not like we have a lot of money anyway. Nice, we get the city quarter. That's what we wanted. So here we are gonna gain the silver, and what are we gonna displace into experiments? I think could also be duplicate. Would like to duplicate like cursed villages. So I do feel like we're ahead here. We've got all our estates displaced and we've got a city quarter. Let's play this guy. Yeah, let's gain a silver and displace the silver into a cursed village. This hex did nothing. Do we want another city quarter? Yeah, sure, why not? And we can start putting more displaces into our deck. Should work nicely with the silvers gained from Wayfarer. Or we can also just use carriages maybe. We also want to buy a platinum sometime to mint it, to be able to mint it, and then we can displace platinum into colony into platinum, all that stuff. Okay. There's the city quarter, that's nice. Do we play? Well, no, don't play the Wayfarer first, I don't think. Here we can gain and play something. We want to discard this. Like we want to displace a silver into a displace and then draw it with city quarter, so we don't want to discard from exile. Otherwise we would not be guaranteed to draw. I guess we're just gonna duplicate cursed villages now. Diluted is fine, we're just paying off debt anyway. Alright, he's resigning because we were really far ahead at this point. Okay, so we finish 2-2. Second player always won. Classic second player advantage. Thank you everybody for watching and listening, and see you next time. Goodbye.